Hello everyone, my name is Philip Lively. I served as a process engineering intern last summer, and today I will be delivering my findings on Textron Aviation's current organizational design. First, I will give a brief introduction into the project for those who are unfamiliar with this audit. Next, I will describe the basics of this design audit, and if I fail to explain something that is of interest to you, I will address questions at the end. Then I will explain where the company currently falls in terms of this specific process and lay out a few items that the company does well and some items that could be improved upon. Lastly, I will offer recommendations for steps to be taken in order to improve upon these negative items, leading to either a greater ability to make organizational changes towards better performance and optimization, or a stronger realization of the company's current organizational design. Textron Aviation produces a wide variety of aircraft, from small single-engine planes to large business jets, marketing to many separate customer segments. The wide range of aircraft solutions account for more than one-half of all general aviation flying today. They produce a total of 23 unique aircraft for customers ranging from private pilots to the United States government. They own 22 service centers worldwide, making them the largest global service network for their size range. The purpose of this audit is to thoroughly analyze and describe the company's organizational design to find possible flaws that the company could benefit from by making changes. As I mentioned before, this audit is from the perspective of a former employee with the help of Eric Schumacher, my mentor. This design audit utilizes Richard Burton's step-by-step approach to organizational design changes. Burton's method focuses on 13 contingencies that will thoroughly dig into how the company operates. Each contingency is defined by two dimensions that are then shaped into and plotted on a coordinate grid. The figure in the bottom left corner displays all 13 contingencies organized into unique sections. The grid shown in the bottom right corner displays the first contingency, how a company pursues organizational goals, and the quadrants are labeled in such a way to relate the remaining 12 contingencies. The primary indicators of this audit are fits and misfits. If any given contingency falls into the same quadrant or column in the figure below as another contingency, it is said to fit with that contingency. Any contingency that falls into a different quadrant or column is said to be a misfit. Misfits in an organizational design could indicate poor or less than optimal overall performance for an organization. In relation to the organization goals contingency, my analysis of Textron Aviation's design shows that 6 out of the 13 contingencies fit with one another. 6 others fit with one another but in a separate column, and one contingency falls under a different column altogether. The results are shown in the figure below. Burton explains that misfits can be ignored if they do not seem to affect the performance of the organization. For the most part, Textron Aviation operates as efficiently and effectively as they can, but I will continue on to my conclusions and recommendations. The company currently does a good job of monitoring their competitors. This fact greatly defines their strategy, which is the second contingency, and it is especially important to keep up with competitors in the fast-paced and ever-changing aviation industry. Second, the company does an excellent job of placing leaders in upper management that relate well to the employees. Burton explains that a fit between the leadership style and the climate among employees be in place for higher employee morale, and ultimately because it is extremely difficult to change either one after they are set. Third, the company possesses many great employee opportunities for self-improvement, but I will focus our attention on the leadership development program. After studying the company for over a month, I realized that the leadership development program is also worthy of this negatives list. While it is an excellent program that the company encourages employees to pursue, it is rarely advertised and difficult to find information about. I first suggest the cheap and reliable option of having posters made to place in the hallways and public well-populated areas of the company. A well-designed poster catches everyone's eye and is sure to attract attention to the intended purpose, i.e. the LDP. Place at least one poster in each main room, especially conference rooms and central cubicle spaces. The other option is to advertise programs online and not only on the company website. Utilize sites such as LinkedIn, which are very popular among all businesses. They are designed to let all followers know when an organization posts information, especially new opportunities. Aim to develop ads for the LDP for at least LinkedIn's media. The sooner this is in place, the sooner the company's employees and other job searchers can become interested in these programs. The purpose of the LDP is for employees to find a niche in the company, increasing productivity with morale. The second negative item is less important, but can make a significant difference among employees. Most computers at the desks of a majority of the employees run on the Windows 95 or XP operating systems. While this might not seem important at all, trying to use an old, unsupported operating system can become extremely frustrating for employees. Computers crash, data is lost, morale drops. This is ultimately where an out-of-date operating system leads. The solution is to update, at minimum, the computers used for intensive engineering operations to Windows 10 or the newer whenever it comes out. Additionally, the computer hardware itself will need to be upgraded. Lastly, a few other recommendations for Textron Aviation. First, continue offering employees fair incentives. Employees strive to obtain that which they do not have. They put forth their best work, keep a good attitude, and work to improve themselves, all resulting in greater value production for the company. Second, maintain the current mindset. One of Textron's ideas is that they are an engineering company that produces airplanes, not an airplane company that happens to have engineers. This results in better treatment of all employees, not just engineers, but the engineers are the ones driving the company. With better treatment comes better morale. Last, work to increase the number of external agreements such as specialized or better educated individuals. Hiring a new employee will usually cost more than hiring an individual for a temporary job. Implementing this strategy will lower overall costs. This concludes my presentation of my organizational design audit for Textron Aviation. If you have any questions, I can address them at this time.